Hey, how y'all doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. Well, let's get started. Um, just as a quick update, I um I left the I had my kidney doctor follow up this morning, and it is not getting better. It's actually gotten worse, but I feel so much better. But they said that some of the medications I was on actually harm my kidneys. And so they're going to reevaluate all that stuff. But in the meantime, I just need to keep exercising and doing this Mediterranean diet and drinking water. But they're going to reevaluate the medications to see what's going wrong. But that said, I'm grateful and thankful to God for another day. And we're just going to keep on keeping on.
Everything is going right.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
got the answer. You know where the answer comes from.
That's right. That's exactly right. I am exercising, I'm drinking water, eating green stuff, and I feel really good. I feel really strong, which is good. All right. Well, y'all ready to get into our work for the day? So, because of where we are in the year, of course, Giving Tuesday is coming up. As you prepare for Giving Tuesday, um, we want to make sure that your websites are good because when people are giving, they're going to give based on what they see about you online. Even if you meet them and they want to donate to you, even if you talk to them and they say, "Hey, well, we have budget for this or we want to sponsor that." If the website doesn't match, then it's going to be a problem. All right. Your website also needs to match your grant applications. So one of the best things to do is to have your website set up in such a way that you can pull from it at any given time. You never want what happened to me to happen to you. A funding source contacted me. They said, we have an anonymous donor that wants to give to you. Um, but we looked at your website and your board was not listed on your website. So the good thing is that they contacted me and asked me for the information, but they don't have to do that. They can just go on to the next person. Another situation happened. There was a colleague of mine that worked for a bank, and the bank had money to give out. I posted this on Facebook. They had money to donate, and it needed to be an organization that was led by Black women. And I had a group of people coming through my program. I had set up their nonprofits, and I expected that they were following my directions along the way. To my surprise, I referred three of them, and the lady responded to all three, and they were not able to work with any one of them. One of them never did an alien registration for her company. She had started her nonprofit in one state, and when she expanded, she didn't set up her corporation in the new state. And it would have just cost her like $25 to do the foreign entity registration. So if you have a nonprofit and you're functioning in one state and you want to function in more than one state, go through the application process and also get registered in that second state. You do not have to start over. It's called an alien registration or a foreign entity registration, but it gives you standing with that state inside which you're operating. The other program, the program was not described online the way it wasn't described on their website the way that we described it in person. So when we talked to her and said, these are the things that they do, it didn't show up on their website that way. So she couldn't do it. And the other one, theirs was they just didn't have the stuff online that they needed to. So when she looked at it, ready to refer it to the funding source and just approve it right then, because the bank had money to give, they were not able to give to any three of them because it wasn't right. But then I just got a call this morning from Brittany Bettini. I connected her with a funding source, and they, I think, well, she said, well, this is $500, and they said, well, we can do better than that. We can do 5,000. and she didn't even have to write a grant. You get what I'm saying? They just wrote the check, and it was a bank. And that's because she did good with following directions and made sure everything lined up. So when we go over the steps and the expectations for your website today, I want to make sure that you get this. This cheat sheet is available to all of you. We'll send it out to you. You already have access to it, but we're going to send it out to you. We want you to have this cheat sheet and make sure you set your website up this way. It does not mean that your website is wrong, but it does mean that your website needs to be optimized for nonprofits. And it's a very different world, okay? Many of you are professionals in your own right. You're great at what you're great at, but the nonprofit world is a whole different monster, a whole different industry. And I'm here to help you excel at it, all right? So let's take a look at some nonprofit websites. All right, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Actually, before this is going to take up all of our time. So if anybody has questions about something else, go ahead and give me those now, because once we get into this, we won't stop. We'll only be talking about the websites and preparing for Giving Tuesday. Anybody have any other questions or other progress reports that you want to share before we get into this?
I do. My name is Karen. How you doing? So researching a name to make sure that it is truly not someone else or similar to someone else. Is it through the trademark? And I Googled it. I don't see that it's for anyone else. It's like in reverse of another organization's name. I didn't know that, but it's in reverse. So I won't be getting into infringement, trademark infringement.
Of course, I'm not an attorney, so it's not legal advice, but there are some words that are so general that you cannot trademark them. Like the name of my coffee shop is Grind. And when I spoke to Attorney Taylor, who's the best trademark attorney, period, for protecting your intellectual property, it could not be trademarked because it's a general word. But there are other phrases that you can move around, and they're uniquely yours. So definitely, and she might even have some free information out inside of her group, A Seat at the Table. She talks about it. And if you want her to protect your name, then what she'll do, she'll search your name and other things like it. Actually, it goes through variations to see who has it. And even if they do have it, do they have it in the same category? And if they have it in the same, if they don't have it in the same category, how can you get it? How can you get it? So she actually works with you on that.
And you said it's called A Seat at the Table?
That's our Facebook group. Let's see
Okay.
that.
All right, thank you.
Hi, Mr. Hackett. It's Dr. Sherman. How are you today?
I'm awesome.
Wonderful. I have a quick question. You sent out an email on a grant that was $30,000 for a mental health wellness. It was a Jerry Lewis Foundation. I went to Grant Suite. I'm not able to find the grant. Should I just try to just Google, see if I can go through it that way? I was going to try to use Grant Suite to pull some information over.
You could not find it inside Grant Suite?
Yeah, I know that when I clicked on the email, it takes me to Grant Suite, but when I register and I try to log it in, I guess under maybe featured opportunities, I'm quite sure I'm doing something wrong. But I just wasn't able to pull up the grant. I'm still learning how to navigate the suite.
Let me see which of my writers is here. Those featured grants are ones that we pull out specifically for you all. There are thousands of grants inside of Grant Suite. So if we featured it, that means that it's like something about it is updated or ready or applies to you all. Let me see which one of my
So
attorney.
when I go to Grant Suite and I type in like mental health or something like that, I can see where it has like 950 something grants or whatever, but it only shows me like 9. It doesn't show me like I can't figure out how to pull up all of them.
Do you have it on templates or no without templates?
I put it on with templates because I watched your the YouTube training that says on to go and make sure that you click the with templates. But it still wasn't, I still couldn't get it to pull up. I don't know if it's something I need to toggle or something I'm not doing correctly, but
it might be that that's one that does not yet have a template. So
okay.
unclick templates and put without templates and see if it comes up. The ones that say with templates means that we've already written that grant and the template is available for you.
Okay. Okay, I'll try it without to see if I can get more of them to pull up as well.
And if you have another problem, definitely email support and the writers will get on it. Attorney Jenny, can you take a look at that Jerry Lewis Foundation grant for us, please?
Sure, boss. Let me just check Grant Suite, boss, and then we'll just drop the link if we'll just drop the link in the chat box, boss.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Can you on your website, can you do 2 businesses on your website, or do you have to have a different website for each business? Can you combine them?
It is possible. You should not have more than one business on your nonprofit website. That will confuse your donor and it'll throw them off. However, I have a Hackett 2K website that shows all of my companies.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right. Other questions? All right. So
hi, boss.
Hello.
Sorry about the interruption, boss. So is it the Jerry M. Lewis MD Mental Health, boss?
Yes.
We have it in Grant Suite. We'll just coordinate with we'll just drop it in the chat box, boss.
All right. Okay. All right. So here are 3 websites. I want you to take a look at them real quick. Notice what's at the top. Take a look. Take a quick look. Notice here, here. Now eventually you scroll down, but just take a look real quick. All right. Now let's pull up the cheat sheet for nonprofit websites. Can y'all still see? So the nonprofit website, it needs to include the name of your organization. All right. Whatever your official name is, it needs to say that. Okay. Your name. It needs to include the story of how you created the organization. Your website needs to have a story from the founder. All right. Whoever the founder is, if you started the organization and you did it because you have the lived experience, because of something that you dealt with personally, something that you dealt with professionally, it should be a story from the founder. There should be a list of board members and their affiliation. When we say board members and their affiliation, I mean what organization they're a part of. If you have a board member, say your board member is Oscar the Grouch and he's a doctor at the hospital, so you put Oscar the Grouch, MD, and then the name of the hospital. If you have a board member that is a city council member and they're on the board of the hospital, or they're a staff member at the hospital, then you can just pick one. But you want to avoid, like if John and Sally both work at the same place, but John is a military veteran and Sally is not a military veteran, then you might want to put John and say veteran and Sally and the name of the factory, so that you see diversity in your board list. The list of board members is a very, very powerful statement because it's advertising the unique perspectives that went into your organization. All right. So you want to make sure that you have your list of board members, and your board members can be as short as 3 people. Some organizations have 21 board members. Whoever your board members are, you want to list those board members. All right. And their affiliation. And then you want the address and phone number. The address and phone number should be the address and phone number that is that you publicly want to be affiliated with. If you started your organization and you have used your home address, you might not want to use that. But what address is affiliated with your public your public profile? Okay. The mission statement of your organization. The mission statement needs to be there. Your mission statement is 15 words. Ideally, it's 15 words or less. And it tells who you serve and what you do. All right. Your website should have your list of programs. Whatever your program design is, you have your mission statement and you have the 3 things that you do. Your website should have your list of programs, the things that you do. And then it should include pictures. It should include pictures. If you already have pictures that you took or that somebody from your organization took, it doesn't matter how old they are. If you took them and they can be affiliated with the website, then use them. But if you don't have pictures and you're just starting out, it is perfectly fine to use stock images. It's something that captures the eye. It's something that is attractive, and you can use it. There's nothing wrong with it. But anytime you have pictures, you want to put those pictures and you put a caption behind the picture. All right. The caption can say, meet Alice. We helped her get food for her family, and we're so glad they're doing well today. All right. If you have pictures and you have trips or something like that you've done together, make sure your pictures are telling a story. Okay. Then you want to include a dashboard or a graphic of your outcomes. Whatever it is that you have made progress doing, you want that to be included on your website. So you want to show your progress report. And we're going to take this and go back so that you can see it in action. All right. You want your seal of transparency. You get that from GuideStar. Whatever your seal is, you want to put that on your website. Okay. It tells people that you are transparent at a certain level, at the silver level, gold level, bronze, silver, gold, platinum. Okay. And you get your seal of transparency based on providing information. Then you want your list of partners. The people that support you, they want to be celebrated and recognized. So you want to list your partners. You want the logo of your supporters, whether they have given you money or they have given you things. You want to include them and recognize them with their logo. And then this is the most important thing. I should have put this at the top. You want to have your give button. Okay. And you want to have your give button is where you have a button for people to click to give money. Now you can use Givelify, you can use Moonclerk or Stripe, you can use anything you want, but your give button should be there so that people can click a button and easily give to you. You want a place to ask for their email to join your newsletter. If they join your newsletter, then you can connect with them later on. And you want a link to your 990. This shows that you are transparent as an organization, okay? Now, this is the list. After seeing this list, I'm going to go back and we're going to pull up some organizations. These are the largest nonprofits in the world, and then I'm going to show you some smaller nonprofits. And I want you to point out what you see. And then I want to pull up your nonprofit website so that we can give you some feedback on your website. Okay? All right, let's take a look.
I got a quick question, Mr. Hackett.
Uh-huh.
My sister wants to know, how do you add the GuideStar seal to the website? She's going to do it now.
When you get your GuideStar seal, they are going to when you do it, they're going to give you a like a PDF that you can download.
Oh, okay, because we go, so we need to put that on there.
Yeah. And they want you to put it on your website. Okay. All right. So what do y'all notice is at the top of each one of these websites? And these are the largest ones in the world. They are not struggling. Say it again.
You said what you see at the top, donate.
Yeah. On all three of them. You see that? American Red Cross, donate. Salvation Army. I mean, they got it right there. It's real big and bold, right? United Way, donate. Do y'all see that? What does that tell you you need to do with your website? Don't be bashful.
Mimic their web.
Yeah. Somebody give me your website and let me go to it.
I'll give you mine.
All right, give me yours.
Uh-oh. Do you want me to put it in the chat or tell you?
Oh, you can put it in the chat because yours is long.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put it in there now.
I just dropped mine in there too, Coach.
All right. All right. Is why we care. Now, did 48 and 48 do yours?
They did.
Okay.
And right now I'm kind of locked out of it. I'm waiting for them to reset my password. I do want to make some changes to it. Of course, to add my new the pictures from the Christmas in July.
Okay.
Well, so yeah. But I did want you to look at it.
All right, all right. So the donate, let's look at this one. And I want y'all to look at these. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? This is Salvation Army. What do y'all see that's peculiar? Why you think I just bust out laughing?
Because they don't want you to leave without giving some money.
Give me some money. First, give me some money.
That's right. Oh Lord. Oh, but I mean, but that's how you do it. That is exactly how you do it. They were serious, boy. They're not playing. Oh, it's Christmas time. This daytime of year too. All right. Y'all see they have the name and the donate button are right there by each other. What's different about this one? Look at this. American Red Cross donate. Y'all speak up now. Salvation Army donate.
The donate button is probably at the end on this one.
Exactly. It's too far away.
Mhm.
Where do you think it needs to be?
In a center.
That's right. It needs to be bigger. It needs to be right next to the name. So instead of home, it needs to say donate. You notice this, and y'all, I know the average person does not see this, and some of those little fake grant people online, they don't even know nothing about this because they're just trying to take people's money. But this is how the experts do it, and these are the subtle tricks, the subtle tips that are part of the nonprofit industry, and this is how you get money coming in. All right, you have your name and your donate button. American Red Cross, donate. Salvation Army, donate. United Way, donate. None of this, look, y'all, none of this is saying anything about the founder yet. All of this is about what the visitor can do. Your support matters. Donate now. Y'all see this? Start planning your workplace campaign today. This is where they have businesses give. Invest in the next generation. Be a member. All of this is about what a person can do. What is this telling you? Speak up.
They want you to get involved in their non-for-profit.
Yeah.
And they're showing that that's the most important part.
Yep. You do not want people to have to dance around your website or search around it to do things. You want them to go, when they come to your website, they know that it's a nonprofit. All right. You want them to know exactly how to get involved. All right. So let's compare this to this. Now, mind you, these are the largest and the most successful nonprofits in the world. So we're looking at them not to compare as better or worse. We're looking at them as standard bearers. Okay. What they're doing sets the stage for everybody else. Donors that give, they're accustomed to seeing these things. So they want you to give. This is the Red Cross. It's not until later on that they talk about what they do, expert training that fits your schedule. The Red Cross mission at work. Volunteers, special ways to share our mission. Be Red Cross ready. All this has to do with how they do what they do. But you have to scroll down to get to that. The stuff that's on the screen at the very top is called above the fold. Lord, Salvation Army is not playing. Who do y'all think is the largest, financially largest nonprofit in the world? Just guess.
Goodwill.
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army.
Do you see why? This they whole page, y'all. Y'all see this? This is their whole first page.
And it's been around a long time.
These folks are not playing. And Salvation Army, for those people that have faith-based nonprofits, Salvation Army is a church. Legally and according to their documents, they are a church that does outreach. Y'all see what just happened? Did y'all see this?
They want it for everything.
I'm telling you, they got it everywhere. Did y'all see that really? I know y'all might not have noticed it. I'm gonna do it again. All right. So this was one page. That was one page, right? This is give to Salvation Army. But then I click, all right, I'm ready to find out more about the organization. And what pops up?
What we do.
Y'all see this? There's another give button. Love beyond Hawaii wildfires. We combat natural disasters. Oh, hold on. Red Kettle with Dolly Parton. Above all, I love. Donate monthly. Donate, donate, donate. So we need some more donation reasons up here. So you'll move the donate button to right here. So it's While We Care, donate. If this is your Christmas in July, you want to make that as big as possible and say donate to Christmas in July. Get involved is good. All right. Our purpose, our impact, our goals, how you can help. What's the problem with this picture?
Coins.
Uh-huh. Say your whole thought. All right. So we need to take this, how you can help, and move that to the top or right here. All right. Let me pull up somebody else's. All right. Intimate altar wellness. What needs to change?
Yeah, coach, I'm taking my notes, and I started on this last week, so I have some stuff that's behind the scenes that isn't showing right now. But I sent the checklist out to a VA that is adding some of the stuff you're saying on the checklist. But today I just added to put the donate but closer. They had one right in the middle. They moved it. I'll tell them to put that back. And I'll add some additional donation reasons.
Okay. All right.
So it's some stuff that's hidden right now because they're actually working on it.
That's good. Good. Now, Salvation Army, United Way, and all these others, they're bigger than us all, and people recognize them. So I understand wanting to tell people about what you do, but at the beginning, those that are coming to your website, they're coming because they want to do something. Most of your clients might not be coming to your website first. And if they are, maybe they want to make a donation. So you want more donate opportunities at the top. And then when
Okay.
you scroll down, maybe to the next third of the page, you can start talking about your mission and what you do.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here's a good donate thing. This should be up higher, and these words should be much bigger.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
And I also have them adding pictures from our galas, we meet once a month as a community support group. So I have them adding pictures for that on the back end as well. And the guide star. So it's working on it.
All right. All right. The Mary's Foundation. All right. What do we see here?
Yeah, we put the donate in the middle. Do we need to, we're gonna move it over to the other side.
A person should not, so I'm scrolling up like this. A person should not have to scroll to see your donate button.
No, it's up there in the middle.
Oh Lord. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, it needs to be, you don't want to be coy with it. We need that. Look at Salvation Army. They some thugs. All right, there's your donate button. Mission, vision, organizational values. All right. All right, that's good. All right. Yeah, why we need your support. That's excellent. Oh yeah, that's good. So it's real personal. All right. But most people don't have their transparency still on there. It's something to be very proud of. And it sets you apart from other people. All right. Who else wanted me to look at theirs?
With the seal of transparency, should it go on the first page or should it stay on the about page?
You can put it on more than once. I think
Okay.
mine is on the first page.
Okay.
The city that my nonprofit is in has the highest number of nonprofits per capita than anywhere else in, I think, the state. I mean, Asheville has so many nonprofits. It's crazy. So it's very, very, very competitive. And so I'm setting myself apart from all the other people that, you know, they're just starting out. So this is going directly into the stuff. All right, I see the donate now. And if this is a template, there might be restrictions, but you have the donate now there. I want here. I would make it bigger. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay. So what do y'all see about this website? I like this website. I like it for very, very specific reasons. Their website has a lot of information. Oh, not the job posting. I don't care about that. We have the tab that shows your work. They have their impact report. This is an example of an impact report. And you can get somebody off of Fiverr to do the impact report for you. If you give them all the information, then they'll do the impact report for you. Now, I helped create this organization. I'm one of the board members. What do you see highlighted here in the impact report? What do you see stand out here? I'm pointing my cursor to it.
I think their accomplishments.
How to connect.
Specifically, they're using numbers. All right.
Wow.
Now, this is actually called literary manipulation. And I'm telling you this with the caveat that you're only going to use this and do this for good reasons. All right. But it's a very powerful concept. Your brain interprets numbers as more powerful than words. All right. The human brain values numbers more than words. Even though the numbers don't really mean anything without the words, human brain actually values numbers as more important than words. So when people are reading, they will consider this important because they have strong numbers. Okay, y'all see that? Now, I'm gonna tell you the secret, and this does not disparage this organization at all. I am part of the organization. I helped create it. This organization is doing great work in the community. But this makes this look like it's been around for a long time, doing a whole bunch, don't it? Doesn't this give the sense that it's been around for a long time, doing a lot?
Yes, it does.
This organization was started 2 years ago with 5 people at a dinner table.
No.
This organization, how many clients do you think they had during their first year? Just guess.
0.
0. What about the second year?
A lot more than 0, I believe.
0. They took 2 years to plan. How many clients do you think they had the third year? And their budget, I think, was like $300,000. How many clients?
Maybe 50. Is it 50?
20. 20. Can you, if you had $300,000, could you help 20 people in a year?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you what they did with these 20 people. Are y'all listening? Now, again,
Yes.
this is a very good, a very important organization. But this organization is led by nonprofit leaders, like folks that really know what they're doing. And when you know what you're doing, you can work smarter and not harder. Nobody has emergency calls after hours. Nobody is doing any of this out of their pocket, out of their private budget, out of their personal money. Nobody's doing any of this out of their personal money. Okay, y'all? Let me tell you what they do. Y'all know people on Section 8 have vouchers, right? And some landlords take vouchers and some of them don't, right? Well, this organization is like a matchmaker between landlords and tenants. And what they do, they raise money so that if Maisha is willing to be a landlord and accept a voucher, they will give her a $2,000 bonus for renting your place to the people. Where do you think the $2,000 come from? Yep. And so they raise grants to give the landlord the money, and they raise money with grants in order to train the landlord how to be a better landlord, and how to train the tenant how to be accustomed to taking care of a house instead of a housing authority apartment. You get what I'm saying? And for those 2 years, those grant funds were only designed to pay for people to plan. Meetings, food, rental space, office space, copies, website. No clients, just planning. Why is that peculiar? What do y'all think about that?
That was brilliant.
How
So
can
is
I
it every
same
year?
thing?
Is it every year they get the 2,000? It's just that one-time placement of the 2,000.
For signing up, they get it's actually 2,500, and I think they do it every contract.
And that's a game changer.
So
Yep.
when you guys are writing the grants, are you writing it for the business, or are you writing it to start the business, or how are you wording it actually, since it wasn't implemented for 2 years later? You see what I'm saying?
No, the grants are for the nonprofit. It was a planning grant,
A
a
planning
capacity
grant,
building grant. Yeah,
a planning grant.
planning. Yes. A grant to plan. And if you were to look at them in detail, you'll see that they tie everything to whatever problems they found out in the whatever problems they learned about. And they say it with a straight face. We're not serving clients yet. We're taking time to learn. We're having listening sessions and committee meetings. And every time they have a meeting, they ask what organization you're from. And these are all the people they collaborate with. So when your brain looks at this, it looks like a whole bunch, doesn't it?
Yes,
It's not. It's just all about how you say it. So each of you need to do an impact report. And let's look at these parts of an impact report. They have the number 50, the number 6, 3, 50, 20. And look at this, 263,880, a ratio of 2 to 1. This makes it feel like they're doing a whole bunch, right? Literary manipulation. Are y'all offended by this? I don't want y'all to be offended.
This is
Hey,
awesome.
Coach, is there a template to help us write out an impact report?
I'll create a template. Now you can use this as a template, but there are some sections that it needs to have. I'll send that to y'all. All right. Well, let's look at this real quick. 50 leaders. All right, so they have their 4 C's: connection, collaboration, commitment, and improved conditions. All right, they're 4 C's. You should have your 4 C's or 3 A's or 2 steps to such and such or whatever. Have your own framework. So connection, 50 leaders. And if you read the small print, leaders built relationships, learned about current challenges, and envisioned a future where more people thrive. All that means is that over the course of 1 year, they got 50 people to come to a meeting. Do you think that over 1 year, you can get 50 people collectively to come to a meeting? Not, they don't all have to meet at the same time. Over the course of 1 year, can you get 50 people to meet? 10 here, 20 there, 5 there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could have this data point too if you follow the model. Collaboration, 6 representatives from local government, tourism, arts and environment, blah, blah, blah. You see what they put first, right? 6 representatives from what? Can y'all see the screen?
Local government.
6 representatives from local government. So even though they have tourism, arts, the environment, and nonprofits, your brain automatically associates them with what? 6 representatives from what?
The government.
Absolutely. They didn't start off and say 6 representatives from local nonprofits, did they? Why do you think they did not start the list with nonprofits? Why did they start it with local government?
They are more important.
More important.
Exactly. Literary manipulation. Now, let's count. I want y'all to count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many did they have? They had how many?
6. I meant 6. Sorry about that.
6. So that means that all they had to have was how many of each?
1 from each. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
It is that.
You see? Can you get one of your city council members to show up one time over the course of a year? Can you get them on a Zoom meeting? Can you get one? And it don't even say city council. It can be a commissioner, a committee member. It can be anybody. Can you get anybody over the course of 1 year? Can you get anybody to show up to any meeting at all? Can you?
Yeah.
All right. Now listen, y'all don't get mad. But these numbers make it look like 50 plus 6 equals what? 50 plus 6 equals what?
56. Can you hear me?
Exactly. 50 plus 6 equals 56. But that ain't what this means. Your brain tells you that all these numbers add together. What do you think is the real truth?
Your truth.
This 6 is part of that 50.
Yeah, it's only 6.
This 6 people is part of that 50. They didn't have 50 leaders plus 6 representatives plus 6 housing agencies. This 50 included the representatives, included the housing agencies. Y'all see? What do y'all think of this?
I'm gonna need a copy of that.
I'm gonna give you their link. Their website is really good, and I'm glad to be part of because I learn a lot, and And these people are the leaders of industries. And all right. So let's go on. Commitment. 3 reports were developed, right? 3 reports were developed. Now they took their research and they did 3 reports. One is on tourism, one is on housing, and the other one, how city representatives can make access to housing more equitable. If you come up with 3 topics, you can actually get somebody to write a white paper for you. You probably have enough research already to put it together in the form of a paper. It does not have to be 20 pages. It can be 3 pages. A report is a report is a report. And if you run your nonprofit like it's mom and pop, like a lemonade stand, and people are treated like a lemonade stand. But if you want larger checks to support your cause, you're going to have to step it up and compete with the big dogs. If they can have it, who else can have it? That's right. Improved conditions, 50 households, 20 new units added. Now look at this. This number looks big, don't it? $263,880. Now, $263,880 federal dollars, access for housing that would have been unspent. Now, let me tell you what that number means. So one of the classes I teach at the college is called using analytics equitably, equitable analytics, because people say numbers don't lie, but numbers lie all the time. And there's a way that you read into the numbers that you can use them slanted one way or slanted the other way. You get what I'm saying? And so what I teach is how people who have been marginalized and looked over, people that's been overlooked, how they can use the numbers to benefit them. And this is one of those ways. This organization is a small organization and they're competing with others. The thing is, they know how to compete. And because they know how to compete, they did this. This $263,880, it is not the amount of money that they raised. They did not raise that money. They don't have that money in grants. They don't have that money in donations. They do not have that money. Let me tell you what that money is. That is the amount of money that the vouchers paid the landlords. That money never came to the organization. It came directly from the voucher to the landlords. And what they're saying is this money would not have even been spent if it wasn't for us connecting the dots. Now, I'm not saying they're lying, but you know good and well, if your cousin got a voucher, what is she gonna do? She gonna find, what's she gonna find?
Okay, so you're saying the voucher money that they're getting from the state can be added as federal dollars. So it ain't that they're lying, it's just wordplay.
It is wordplay.
Wow.
It's
That's
manipulation.
amazing.
This money never came to them. And they're not saying it came to them. All they did, why are we, answer the question, y'all, why do we ascribe these numbers to them? Because they did what with it?
Posted them on their site.
Absolutely. And if they can post it on their site, what can you do?
Post it on your.
That's what I'm talking about. If there's a certain amount of dollars, maybe for grandparent assist, if there's a certain amount of dollars that the federal government allocates to grandparents that is that they don't get, put that number on your website. If there's a certain amount of community dollars that should go to people with special needs children, put that on your website. Any big dollar amount you can find that's associated with your stuff, put it on your website. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right. So this is your homework. Update your websites and do an impact report. We're going to send you this checklist and a template. And you'll be able to take it from there. Make sure you register for tonight's class. We're doing a special Zoom. We're going over how to use AI for grant writing. It's going to be ridiculous. Now you know why he's used it to get $3 million. Y'all were there when he learned it right along with y'all. But he actually took the AI for grant writing course, and we're going to decode how to properly use AI for grant writing. Okay. All right, y'all. I
didn't hear what you just said.
Can you drop that link in the chat to register?
Yeah, Mark, can you drop it for them?
Okay.
One more question I have to ask you.
Yes, sir. It's there.
I signed up for the 4848.org thing to help me write my nonprofit website, so I'm not that far advanced.
Don't worry, give them this checklist. Have they approved it yet?
No, not yet. I haven't got anything back from yet.
Okay, then you might need to do your nonprofit as a landing page if you've already bought the domain name.
Okay, I didn't do that yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Give them this checklist and say it needs to have these things.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see y'all tonight.
So what time is tonight?
9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Is it a way that someone can send that to me in the chat, the Zoom?
You have to register, DM me.
Okay.
We'll see the link. We're posting it online and everything. There's a link as well.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, y'all.